Hi there, it's Natasha and thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a few items for you, kind of a random bunch of things actually. Okay, so first up I have this cute little stamp set. This is a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch piece of paper, just so that you can kind of see how big it is, but these are super cute, these 4 peculiar looking little birds. And as I said, that's it on a 4 1/4 by 5.5, so they're kind of a good size to fit on there. Next up I have this stamp set here, and as I said, with the piece of paper you can kind of get an idea about the size of the stamp set. This is seriously gorgeous. So it has this kind of big floral bouquet here, and then it has, this is like the same leaf and some of the same flowers that you could perhaps extend the bouquet and make it as big as you need it to cover how much of the page that you need. But yeah, and some really nice kind of scripty sentiments. So it says, with sympathy and love, thinking of you, you're in my thoughts, sending hugs, happiest of birthdays to you, hello, thanks, smile. Then these ones say, get well soon, so happy you're my friend and love you. So those are super cute. I really love this one. Looking forward to using that. Next up, this is a stamp set full of some little sentiments. I really like this stamp set in particular because it has some kind of unusual but cool sentiments. So it says, love you more, I'm here for you, a million thanks. Things like, I love you, I mean it, and it's simple, I love you, you give me the feels, sending you X's and O's, that was so you of you, you make me crazy happy, you have a heart of gold, you're too awesome to be sick. Yeah, I really like the stamp set. Super simple, super plain, great for lots and lots of cards. It kind of covers everything, I think, and a nice big stamp set, as you can see. And then next up, I only have one die in this little haul today, but these are just little branches. They are slightly smaller than I thought they would be, but nevertheless, still little branches. And I was thinking that it might be kind of cute to have these little birdies sort of perched up, sitting on one of these branches. Anyhow, the next things I have, guys, I went crazy on the stencils. I don't know why, but sometimes you just really get in a stencil mood, and I got some stencils. So this one is the only large one at 6 by 6 inches, and I just kind of did a really basic, like this is on printer paper, just so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like when you stencil it. So this is a 5 by 5 piece of paper, just because I had a whole pile of them sitting there, and I thought I would give you an idea. So that's it, just with one layer, but this one is a really cool one that you can layer up and do lots of clever things with. So I've done this one, and I'm sorry that I didn't use better colours, but you can really play around with this stencil and find some sort of different combinations and create really cool patterns, so you should have a play with it. Anyway, that's that one. Next up, I just did this one. I did super light for you so that you can kind of, I faded this one out a little bit. And guys, as I said, I was just, these just took me like a couple of minutes. I was really just giving you a basic idea of what the stencils look like. So I hope that it helps. Now, all of these stencils are slightly smaller. They are just over, well, kind of like the stencil area is 5 by 5 inches. So yes, with some of these, they are ever so slightly smaller than a regular A2 size card panel, but yeah, it doesn't bother me, because with lots of these I can extend them out, or by the time I add little borders and mats, it doesn't really make any difference. It's not a problem. So anyway, there's that one. Next up I have this one, and I just used a couple of different blues to kind of create a cool effect there. And it'll be, I'm just like looking at it thinking, I need to put a sentiment in the middle. So that would be cool for that one. And then next up I have this one. This one is super pretty, isn't it? And I just did 3 shades of oxide ink, In fact, now that I'm seeing these, all these card ideas are popping into my head, so I'll have to find some time. Anyhow, next one is this one. Super simple. Again, I wasn't trying to do anything fancy with the example that I've given you. It's really just so that you can see what they look like. And last but not least, this one. And again, this is definitely one that you can play around with. I have done this one twice. I literally just stenciled one way and then ever so slightly rotated it and went over it again. So literally nothing fancy, and you get a really cool pattern. So yeah, that is the last stencil, and the very last thing that I have that I got for some fun is these little gears. I will kind of zoom in for you because they're small, but there's certainly heaps of them to play with. And this is kind of more for mixed media, although they are lightweight enough that these would really nicely fit on a card, I must say. So these would be quite cool too. There is heaps of them that came in the packet, so these will be fun to play with. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you guys are enjoying my Christmas series at the moment. This little haul video will slice right in between the Christmas videos that I have out, but I will see you next time. Thanks so much. See you. Bye.